Hello YouTube friends. I've just had a little wander around the garden and I've just picked weeds really. I mean, this is mint that I've got growing by the acre just behind me here. This is an ornamental thistle that I've got, and there's some seed heads here. These are Aquilegia once they've seeded, and I think they're very pretty. And some berries. Just a mixture of everything I could find. I'm not making a super amazing flower arrangement, but every now and then I like to get this thing that I made at pottery one year. It broke really rather badly, but I fixed it. It was hovering over the bin. I thought I either mend this or I bin this, and I mended it, and I'm pleased that I mended it because now I like to get it. I'll just tip you down ever so slightly so that you can see as well. So I have to get this then. I've got my secateurs because I always pick them a bit too long. And I'm not a flower arranger. Nobody could ever accuse me of being a flower arranger. But that's one of the berries of the, I think that's the dog rose from the hedge here. And these are all a bit too long. These are lovely, these ornamental thistles. Let's make a bit of a feature of those in the front here, or the back, or the middle. Well, it'll never win prizes for flower arranging, but I've just thought, if you've got the calendar for the Last Homely House for, I think it's in August, this one, I try to make this arrangement every time I come to sit outside and just have it somewhere. Now I've got Agnes's watering can here, so I'm just going to fill up all these little tubes. Now some of them leak, so I'm not going to have to mind about that. So they can look pretty for the next couple of days until they wilt a bit and I get a new bunch of weeds and bits from the garden to put in there. I really like how it looks. You can sit there. Now this morning I went upstairs to look for something I knew I have them somewhere, this particular thing, but I couldn't find them anywhere. But what I did was I found something else. Does that happen to you? Do you go on the hunt for something and then find something completely different and go off on a tangent down some different rabbit hole? Well, that's what I did this morning. And so in this box here, let's get them out. There are lots of, and they're all different sizes and colours, granny squares, lots of them. There's also a couple of, now that's my own homespun, hand spun yarn that I've carded, spun, knitted and then washed in the washing machine and felted, and it's made this little thing with that tiny bit of yellow in, which I really like. So there's that. Oh, there's some more of these, look. Now, what I thought I would do, there's this one also. Now, this is not my homespun. This is some very coarse rug yarn. I've only got one of those, but I made a blanket, not a blanket, like a throw thing that I use in the house all the time, and that one must have been one that was left. And then, where's that one? There's this one here, but then there's all of these as well, which are all again my own homespun yarn, all knitted, carded, spun, knitted, felted, and then nothing was done with them. So I think their time has come. I'm going to put those there for now. See what else is in here. Half a sock, inevitably. But then there's one more thing I want to show you. One more. That's what my grandma says all the time. One more. She was here yesterday, my grandma, and my granddaughter. And I have little snacks for her, which are like little packets of raisins or, you know, little really healthy snacks. But I've also got a drawer which has got a few chocolate buttons in. She knows. Grandma, snack. So, okay, so I go across to get the raisins or the healthy snacks, and she walks across to the other drawer. Snack, she says, pointing at the drawer with the chocolate in it. Cheeky girl. Now, there's something else I want to show you here, and this is going to get resurrected. I don't know why they've been in a box for so long. I'll keep you in suspense no longer. Okay, I'll put them on actually, because that's why I put my sleeves up. Okay. All right, now, what are these? These are my funky wrist warmers that I made so many years ago I can't even remember, maybe 10 more. And some of the things that I'm finding here in this box of little woolen things have been got by the moth, and so one of them in particular, and I've just put it in the freezer. It's going to spend a week in the freezer and then I'll fix it, because it's a nice piece of knitting, that one, but it's pure wool. This one is all acrylic or man-made yarns. The moth's not interested in this, so they're fine. Now, pink and green. So pink and green's not a new thing, you know. Pink and green's been forever. So what do you think about my wrist warmers? Now, there's two ways you could wear them. Let me show you. We've got the fluffy here, the sparkly pink here, quite boring green here, sort of fuzzy pink here, again an ordinary pink here, and a bubbly green here. Now there's no thumb hole in them, and they're knit exactly the same, so you can actually wear them either way up. You could wear them with the bubbly bit at the top or the sparkly bit at the top. And do you know who's just turned up? Anna. Come over here, Anna. Who's she talking to? Come here, budge in. Can you get in there or not? I'll move along slightly. No, you move. You sit there. So
hello.
I've just come outside because Anna's just arrived. By the way, Anna, just as an aside, that microphone's working brilliantly.
Is it? Oh, good.
Yeah.
Excellent.
And I'm just explaining that I've just been upstairs to try and find something that I wanted to make with the YouTube friends, but I found all of this instead.
Those are funky.
No, Anna hasn't seen these, but you're not surprised, are you?
No, not even slightly.
I've just been saying I made these probably 10 years ago, maybe.
Where does your thumb go? Does it just stick out the top?
It just sticks out the top, which means, as I've just been explaining, that you can wear it either way up.
Ah,
so you can wear it with the bobbly bit at the top, or like you have it with the fairy bit at the top.
Yeah.
I think I'm just going to wear them forever and ever.
They're very cool.
They're very cool, aren't they?
Yeah.
Okay, or one each. Very Michael Jackson. So I've just been looking through this box of bits and pieces. I was looking for something else entirely, and I was in that room, you know, where I've got all the bits and boxes stored. I mean, I think, you know, Anna, what I was looking for, I've actually thrown it away.
Oh, really?
I think I might have done. But I found all of this. So,
what are these for? To make a blanket?
Yeah, so these are all little granny squares, and this crocheting's not something I've ever really come to terms with. I can do this, I can do granny squares, and so you think that if you can do granny squares, really you should be able to do more or less anything. And it's true, because these stitches are the same stitches as you would use to make something a little bit more amazing.
Yeah.
However,
I think they look great.
I like them too, but they're all different shapes and sizes and colours. And also, I was just explaining, I'll explain again. I found these.
Ooh, I like that. Good colour.
This is my hand spun yarn that I knitted up and then felted in the washing machine. And obviously I had a project in mind for them, but nothing came of that project. So I found all of these. I'm probably got more little bits and pieces as well. Yeah. And I had this idea that I might make a really wild, no holds barred sort of blanket with all of them.
Cool. And
not make them all match.
Yeah.
Do you think that's a good idea?
I think that's a really good idea.
So that's what I might do. I'm not.
Oh, yeah,
Okay,
that'd be
so
cool.
probably the reason why they're all in single pieces still, Anna, is I'm not actually terribly good at sewing things together.
Yeah.
There's a stitch called mattress stitch, which and there's also all sorts of other stitches, but mattress stitch is the one I've researched,
Yeah.
and it's. I'm not going to say that I will do it because then it will add to the very, very long list of things we have to do. And you know how long that list is, don't
It's
you,
a
Anna?
long list.
Okay, but having found these, I feel like
It's really warm and nice.
well, it's a warm because it's all acrylic. It's a man-made, so it's not breathing with you like cotton or wool would. It's going to hold the heat.
It doesn't look very natural, does it?
It doesn't. No, and I was just explaining there's this sock that's half knitted sock.
Nice.
No, but the moth's been in there.
Oh no.
Yeah,
Is
and
that?
so-
Can you fix that easily?
No,
enough?
I won't bother. I'll just unpick that. But these won't be mothed because they're all man-made.
Ah.
So
that's
there's an advantage to making things out of unnatural fibres.
Yeah.
Okay, so
What are these? Socks as well?
no, this
Oh.
no. Try that on. Put it around your neck.
Oh, it's a scarf.
It's a kid's scarf. This isn't it fun?
I like it.
Blue one side, red the other. But sadly, I think I haven't even checked it very closely, but I can see there's a moth hole there.
Oh really? Oh, moths.
But
What a pain.
what I'm going to do with it, though, Anna, is put it in the freezer for a week.
Oh, it's not going to give me like. I'm not going to bring moths back to my house.
Not in that quick moment, no. But I'll put it in the freezer for a week, and then I'll darn it because you remember ages ago I had a go at darning, and it wasn't the nightmare I imagined it would be. It was all right. So I might make a visible darn on this, and this is eventually. I made it for a child many years ago. I'll give it to Agnes when she's a bit older.
Oh.
But after it's been in the freezer and been darned, and then I'll put it in a plastic bag and seal it up. It's war against moths.
It is, especially in your house. It feels
Well,
like.
There's a long story about why that is, but I don't really want to go into it now. But it isn't my fault, let's just say that.
Yes.
Anyway, Anna's turned up this morning. I'll show Anna what I've been doing. I've shown them already.
Okay. Oh,
I've picked my weed arrangement, which is all bits and pieces of weeds.
lovely.
And later on today, I'm really hoping I get the opportunity to do this. I want to come out and put another coat of paint on my pink chairs. So I'm really hoping that I'm going to have the chance to do that. But Anna's come today because we're going up to the shipping room to do a bit of shipping,
Yeah,
aren't we? It's shipping day today.
it is.
And I don't know if there's that many, but we'll go and do a bit of shipping.
Yeah, that
Okay.
sounds good.
Are you well?
I'm very well, yes, thank you. Feels like autumn today.
That's why I've come outside, because I'm
You
thinking.
feel it, right?
Yes, I really can feel it, and
Smells
the
it and
berries and that sort of damp.
Yeah, and that colder in the morning and
So I love sitting out here in the morning with my coffee or whatever. First thing, I'm thinking those days are limited now.
Yeah.
So even if it's a little bit cooler, I should take advantage of them and do them all the time.
yes. I went for a swim yesterday afternoon and it was lovely and sunny yesterday.
She goes wild swimming.
But we were swimming and it was really peaty, the water, so it was really like reddy orange coloured water, and then like a autumnal leaf fell in and floated past us and we were like, oh.
It's definitely turning, isn't it?
It is, but-
Isn't it freezing?
Well, I think it is if you don't do it regularly.
Ah, is that why?
Yeah, but I've
You've
been
got
doing,
a tolerance to it.
Yeah, I did it all through the winter, and so now it's just like beautiful and warm at the minute. It's starting to get a little colder, but I'm going to see this year because I started using my wetsuit in October
Last year.
and I'm going to see how far I
Far
can
you
push
can
it.
go before
Yeah,
you have to use your wetsuit.
because it gets to a point where it starts to burn, which is
What burns?
your skin burns
Oh,
because it's so cold.
oh.
So then that's when I put
see,
my wetsuit on.
This is something I will never experience. Not ever. I
Makes you
hate
feel like-
being that sort of cold.
Oh, but it makes you feel alive.
It does make you feel alive. You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
It's really good for you as well.
Yeah,
Good for your
you're
immune
not
system.
doing a really great job of convincing me. I'm not
tell
going to
you-
rule it out.
I'll tell you the main reason why I do it. So it makes you feel alive, good for your immune system, boom boom. But the third thing is, in the winter you can feel quite disconnected from nature.
Yes,
It makes you feel completely connected to nature in,
Yeah.
in the depths of winter.
I can see how that would be be absolutely the way when you're immersed in water like that and freezing cold. Yeah, for me, how I get in touch with nature is I watch a YouTube video about nature. I think we're going to go inside and do some work now. Work? Do we actually call it work?
Well, we take it very seriously as well, don't we?
We do. We'll
Yeah.
see you in a minute.
Bye.
I brought all the chair bits outside. They've all had one coat of pink. And I've got some sandpaper here, and I'm going to sand them all down so that the next coat, when it goes on, 2 coats is at least 2 coats. The next coat, when it goes on, will be nice and smooth. And so this bit is, it's not hard to do and it's not messy. But when I get to the bit where I'm doing the next lot of painting, I think I'll go and get changed. So let's do this. I've started making the patchwork seat covers and the little hanging thing that goes on the back, all in beautiful reds and pinks. I don't need to sand it much, just to get the sort of bumpy bits off. So I'm just going to quickly do this, and then I'll maybe do some speed painting. I really don't like painting. I think I might have said that already. Yeah, they just need just the lumpy bits knocking off. And there, by the magic of editing, I've got this old top on. I mean, I like this top, and I'll try not to get pink paint on it, but I won't be as upset if I get paint on this as I would have been if I'd got paint on my nice yellow cardigan and my green dress. Now, I've got some newspaper as well, because the last time I painted this, I did drip a bit of pink on the table. And this is just the old outside garden table, but, you know, I'll try not to get pink on it. Okay, so here's the paint. The one thing I haven't got is something to open it with. Something with which to open it. Nope. One moment, please. I've made my granddaughter Agnes a little play kitchen just over there, and it's full of old bits and pieces of spoons and pans and dishes and things. So I've got one of Agnes's spoons. Okay, let's be systematic about this. These little bits of kindling here from the log pile are just so that I can get it off the table, so that I can do the edges. Okay, brushes. I have 2 brushes here. I'm just going to paint. Have I told you before how much I don't like painting? I think I might have mentioned that. I do, however, like the results. I'm going to go carefully with this second coat and make sure I get good coverage. And here's a cat. The last thing we want is a cat knocking them over and walking on them. Can you please not do that, Rita? Thank you. So come on inside and I'll show you the sewing that I've been doing. I've finished 1 panel and I'm working on the second 2, because 1 chair will have 3 panels. Here's the back panel. It's all stitched together now. I don't need to do this English paper pieced. I could actually sew this on the sewing machine really accurately, but I enjoy doing it. So this board here has got this size on, which is going to be the back of that panel. And then I've got some bigger templates to make the seat. In fact, it's a nice day. I might take this outside and do a bit outside. I've done one run. I put one run together, so I'll do the rest of them. And then that'll be the seat done, and we'll quilt it, and that'll be done. So I brought this out here, and I'm just going to stitch a little bit out here. Got my thread, my scissors, my needle, and the work, and my glasses. That's all I need. So I can sit here and chat to you and just do a little bit of this. The thread I'm using is stuff that used to belong to my mum, in fact. And it's quilting thread for doing hand quilting. But when I hand quilt, I use bigger, thicker strands of thread, Aurifil 12 typically, or 3 strands of embroidery thread. But this is what my mum would have used. So, as I say, it's the berries. The hawthorn berries are all setting, the rowan berries are all red. Things are getting a bit autumnal. The leaves are still beautifully green, but this oak tree here, all the leaves will be off that in a month or two's time. I don't know what size these squares are. 3 inches, 3.5 inches? I don't know, something like that. This is fabric, whoops-a-daisy, got it stuck on a pin. Because when I use a board like this is a board that I made yesterday because I needed a small one. Small piece of polystyrene, styrofoam, with a piece of fleece wadding, quilt wadding over the top of it. And really, that's what it looks like on the other side. Just really quite scratchy and not very nice. And so the quilt wadding really is just to make the surface a bit nicer to use. All the fabrics I'm using, I think I might have explained this already, are from the Free Spirit range, which are Kaffe Fassett, Brandon Mabley and Philip Jacobs. Those 3 men designed for that line. That's a Kaffe, you can't see, that's a Kaffe Fassett one there. That's Brandon Mabley, and these ones are Philip Jacobs. He does this one especially, Philip Jacobs, big florals he does, really beautiful, rich florals. Whereas Brandon Mabley's good at all the splodges and the wild colours, and Kaffe Fassett has just got endless wonderful design ideas. But all 3 of them use the same colour palette, and so they all sit together really brilliantly. And these were the fabrics, some of them, that I used when I made the bird bodies for the bird kits. And I've just, a few days ago, we did the giveaway, Anna and I, for Instagram. We gave 2 kits away to someone who nominated their friend. So in fact, I think we drew the winner. I think it was a mother and daughter. So we're sending those out. We did the draw for a kit from the mailing list, and I've just heard back from that person today. So we're sending that one out. All the links to these things, Instagram and the mailing list and so on, and Patreon, are all in the description below. So it's been nice to share some bird kits with all of you. So that's been fun. There's still some left in the shop, I think. Yeah, so I'm just going to sit here. I was going to say in the sunshine, but it's not really sunny. But it's starting to feel very, very autumnal. I'll show you this when it's finished. was struggling with the Allen key to get these screws in, like I showed you, but then John turned up. Actually, I asked him to come. And he struggled with the Allen key for like 5 seconds.
Well, I didn't struggle, but I just realised that it would be easier a different way.
So he's got this.
Because this is the same as this.
This bit is the same as the end of the Allen key. And I don't know why I didn't know that. But I'm going to let John do this chair now. Thank you. So, I don't know.
How have you been doing, Mother?
Oh, I'm tired, but I'm okay. Yeah, look, there he is, look. And so when you do that, it tightens it right up.
Exactly, yeah.
Now, the last time when I made these chairs in the yellow, you know, the yellowy green ones I've got, there were a lot of comments from people saying I should have put glue in here.
I suppose you could. I mean...
Well, I never did, and those chairs are a good 2-3 years old now, and they've been fine. And I think
you could.
But the screws are so long, and they're going into such a lot of wood. So
It's also got those dowels, right?
You've got dowels in as well, either
Oh dear.
side. Oh dear. He's done a really good job of that one. So I thought I might, when you've done this, and we put the seats on, I thought I might give them another a bit of paint. Oh no, what's happening?
It's rounded off. Cam out.
This is rounded off.
No, that in there is rounded out.
Because of the way, why?
Well, like the steel in the screw, the metal, whatever that is in there is quite soft, softer than that.
Oh.
And in tightening it with that, it's now stripped the...
Is it tight enough though?
The head.
Can you put a bigger one in?
I
mean, is that a bit simplistic?
Is that a bit simplistic?
I have no idea what I'm talking about.
Might be.
Oh, because that one's nothing like in as far as it needs to be.
Exactly, that's the issue we've got now. That's what we're faced with.
So maybe not such a good solution after all.
Oh, he's found it another way.
He's done it.
That's stripped a bit more, so we need to go for a bigger one. I don't think this is particularly best practice.
Well, it doesn't have to be best practice, it's just got to go in once, hasn't it? And you're going to just use a different, next size up bit.
Yeah, but...
Now we've run out.
Oh, well, we got,
I think
we got
it's
it
fine,
in.
It's in. Are they all in?
No, the top one's
Okay.
on. That's a bit of a get out of jail free, that is.
Why?
Well, because if it had been stripped, we wouldn't have been able to get it back out.
Okay.
And we wouldn't have been able to get it.
You'd have to saw it off.
You'd have to drill the metal out. Well, I think what you would do is you just accept that it wasn't going to be fully tight.
Okay, so not
let's
so
go
good.
back to the old way.
Are we going to do it with the Allen key? You're not going to even try with the drill?
I think that might be over. You strip it again.
Okay. All right. Well,
we've found the. We'll go back to the old ways.
It was a good, brave attempt, John. Brave attempt.
Live, you learn, don't you?
Yeah. And anyway, we're nearly there with this one. How are you doing?
I'm all right. Yeah.
Good.
Busy times. Not been
Busy
able
times.
to come round quite as much as I would have liked.
Yeah. You're just a busy lad.
Lots going on with work, but
I sent him a text and he said he'd come on the way home, so that's nice.
here I am.
Here he is.
See,
right,
tight.
that one's fantastic. One more.
Tight.
As Agnes would say, one more. There now. So look, I'm going to show you what he's doing. A little bit closer up. You know what he's doing. It's going to be good.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's just the seats now. While I've got you, I think I might ask you to put the seats on as well.
That's it. We're in the game.
Excellent. So get hold of a seat. And how does this go on again? I've got the instructions if you want to see them, but I think you can probably work it out, can't you? I think you can probably work it out. And that's what those holes are for.
What are these for then?
Because, okay.
No, what are the seats in general for?
Oh, the seats. The The seats, well, I've got the sort of yellowy seats, yellowy green seats, and if you notice it does work. I know they don't look like they're very strong, but once the seat's in, it holds it in place. I've never had an issue with the yellow ones. I just fancied chairs the same as the legs of my table. I know.
So you're going to get rid of some other chairs?
Yeah, well, some of those sort of straw bucket chairs are really, really old now. So I have a plan to put those in the porch for the cats to sleep on. A couple of them. That's the plan anyway. It's not good, is it? It's just a cheap IKEA seat. And then we need to turn this upside down. We need to screw those in.
Bit windy.
I'll hold it so that it's tight. Just hit John on the head there. We're not doing this in the best way. We're doing it so the camera can see what we're doing. You see, when that goes in, it holds the plastic cleats in place, and so it's not a brilliant chair. It only cost me about £8 or something.
No, it's very good.
I like it. I like how pink it is. And I'm making some cushion covers for them.
So I guess what colour they might be?
Guess what colour they might be.
Lime green?
No, they're pink. Oh, no, I'm keeping it all a bit pink. I could do one lime green, couldn't I? So that's us done. Thank you.
Pleasure. Absolute pleasure. Nice to see everyone.
See you again soon.
Yeah, see you soon.
Okay. Thank you. Bye now.